What does a liver kick feel like? Nah.
Bro, drop this
Bro,
guy. Get him.
hurt me.
Okay.
We'll cut that out.
Kia ora, everybody. Welcome to Kai with Kai.
Kai with Kai. Food with the fighter Kai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, fam.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yummy.
Oh, a bit hard.
Bro, it's very nutty, eh?
Is you know, on a budget or something?
He's on special account down there.
Hey, nothing wrong with Flemings, Kai. Nothing wrong with Flemings.
I remember school holiday programs, they always used to bring out these with the apple.
Yeah. Kai went to Mags, so he wouldn't know about Flemings. He was LCMs, eh?
Don't even bring up my high school, please. Touch yourself.
Okay, sorry. Have they put you on the wall yet?
Shush. Me and Dan Hooker.
Shout out Mags, you flops. When I say Mags, I mean the leadership group there, not the students. The board. There's a video from Mags School Board. What do these guys have to do to get on the wall? Seriously.
New topic.
Okay.
Let's move on,
Next.
Alrighty, fam. So we're here discussing UFC 281.
281 in your bum.
We got
Sorry.
We've got 4 Kiwis on the card, 4 of Kai's teammates. We've got Carlos, Israel, Adesanya,
Dan Hooker.
and
Brad Riddell.
Brad Riddell. Thanks.
Let's start with the Kiwi card. Should we do that? Let's get the boys out of the way. Starting with Carlos.
We'll start with Carlos. So Carlos is fighting Nikolai, and I'm sorry if I say your name wrong, brother.
Attempt.
You're going to get dropped anyway. Nikolai Negumereanu.
Close enough, yeah.
Bro, you pronounce it then.
Negumereanu.
Okay, you pronounce it.
You're pretty close.
So,
What's the tail of the tape? Tail of the tape.
okay, their record is Nikolai Negumereanu is 13-1-0, and Carlos is 17-1-0.
That's a tough fight for Carlos, eh?
Yeah, so Nikolai, he's Romanian, so he's a wrestler. So he knows our wrestling coach because he's from Romania as well. So he's got a pretty good skill set, you know, can take the fight to the ground.
Is it one of those ones like in Romania, they all know each other? Like New Zealand kind of? Those ones?
I think so, yeah. Because in one of the last pay-per-views, they bumped into each other and had a big corridor in Romanian. So pretty cool. But obviously he's on the dinner plate, so gonna have to leave the friendship on the side and go to battle. So Carlos is looking good. Like, he's a super athlete. He's just a freak. But his wrestling's come a long way. Jiu-jitsu's come a long way. And just experience, you can see him a lot more relaxed now and not just trying to go for that finishing shot like he's done in the past. Which comes with just being more ring time, being more composed. So he's looking the goods.
You know when you say he's a super freak, because you're behind the scenes and you see it, what is an example of how just he's a freak? Like, what would that
it's
look
like that Sonny Bull kind of physique where you're over 100 kgs but you're 0% body fat, all year round. And it's just freak genetics. That's Salmon, Cook Islands, Māori genetics.
So does he find nice. Cutting hard or no?
Nah, he eats whatever he wants on fight. On fight day, weigh-in day, he's at a sushi bar.
Who do you think's hotter?
Trying to put on weight.
Who do you think's hotter out of Carlos and Nikolai? If you had to go,
where?
There, he's hotter. Who would you go for?
Whose ever eyes you get lost in, I guess.
This guy's king of saying nothing while saying something. I love it.
But nah, it's
Carlos is hotter.
It's a good matchup. It's Carlos, you know, he's got a new baby on, just had a new baby. So
oh, straight up.
Congrats, brother.
So he's, got another mouth to feed. So new, obviously having a son already, and now he's got another baby. So,
do you think that helps, or sometimes can add to nerves because you got this why, or do you think what has it been like for you?
It can help you definitely. When you have responsibilities, anything's gonna help you, I guess, step into that role. Yeah. But it's just what your priorities are. You know, if you're here to, better everyone's lives and better your family's lives, then you're gonna be in the gym or at home. That's where your priorities are. So from what I've been seeing, he's in a good place and no injuries and just using all that momentum from his last fight, getting a first round knockout, and now coming in just backing himself.
Prediction: how did you win this fight?
Knockout, first round.
First round.
Yeah, I back him all the way. That's how much.
TABATHA.
But I can't bet on fights apparently, so now
No, you can't beat it.
No, fighters can't do it.
Okay, next.
Moving on to the next one, we've got Dan Hooker versus Claudio Puelles. Because I think the LL is Spanish. Yeah.
Puelles, nice, my bro.
He's from Peru. What do you guys reckon? Dan Hooker's 6 foot, he's 5'10". Claudio's record is 13-2-0. Dan's is 21-12-0. What are we thinking, Fano?
Come on, man.
Well, you're at different spectrums, right? So Dan's a veteran, he's been around for years, and you got Claudio coming in like a new face, new energy. So passing of the torch of what's Dan's next move, really. But you know, he's been in the gym for a few months now, just grinding. You know, he knows he's got a few fights left in him, but you know, he wants to go out
with a bang.
Yeah, with a bang, and on the biggest cards, and he's already solidified himself as a legend and an icon, not just in New Zealand combat sports, but around the world. You know, everyone loves him. When I've seen him out in Vegas, you know, he gets more reception than like Cowboy Cerrone. Yeah, so like it's cool to see that kind of respect.
Dan's just got that like old school, like I don't give a damn, like just dukes up, like it's awesome.
Because he's fought at heavyweight. If you haven't known, like early on in his career, there was a fight that fell through, and they needed a heavyweight to jump in.
Oh my god!
And he stepped up.
This guy's done
like a 30 kg difference, and it was Pride rules, so you could kick the head on the ground. So if you're not familiar with Pride, there's no limit. There's 10-minute rounds, and then also.
Oh, you've shown me your old Pride fights, eh?
Yeah. and then you can head stomp and kick on the ground. So
What's he like? What's he like in the gym? Like his energy, like is he like?
He's kind of like the gym bully. But
in a good way, like
he'll push you because he wants you to do better. He's not doing it to be a dick, but he's trying to get under your skin. So like he'll push buttons, poke the bear. Like he'll tell Izzy like, bro, you're not the superstar here. Like I'm the man, you know. And like he'll push his buttons until like he wants to fight him. Like
you need someone like that. You need someone like that.
How close does it like get to like? Well, obviously you guys are all fighting, but sparring, it's like, man, there must be so much trust still, because you know someone's trying to push you. But
no, hard out. It's definitely like a love-hate relationship. Like, obviously love the boys, but when it's work time, like you're trying to kill each other. And that's the way we show each other love. It wouldn't be any other different. So it's good that you have guys behind you that just want to see you do better, and you don't get better at being comfortable. You know, so you have to be pushed.
100. How does Dan win this fight?
Stand-up wise, I definitely feel like he's got an edge. This new guy, Claudio, he's a bit of a whiz on the ground. So for Dan, you know, he wants to do what he does best, find those knees as he's coming in, find his range, and try to take him apart. But I just can't wait to hear his walkout song. Dan always comes out to Many Men, and obviously 50 Cent's from New York, so it's gonna go off.
Many Men,
fucking banger.
We're step upon me. Oh, he does too.
Yeah, bro, every time. So.
He'd be excited for that.
Hard out.
Work it, work it.
How good.
Work it.
All right, on to the next one. We'll go Brad Riddell versus Renato Moicano. He's from Brazil.
Yo.
I saw Renato's last fight. Who did he fight? He got toased up in the end.
Yeah, he fought real last notice, late
right.
notice on fight.
That's right.
Like fight week, he took it. It was a tough ask because obviously a week notice. So it was a 5-round fight as well.
Holy heck.
So like this guy's got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Fought a lot of the good guys. He used to fight at featherweight, so now he's gone up to lightweight. So yeah, he's looking to kind of state his claim at lightweight. Brad obviously coming off a loss at the moment, or coming off a few tough fights. He's done half his camp in Thailand, so he switched things up for the last few months. He's been over in Bang Tao, which is like our teammates that I used to train with in Tiger. They've opened up their own gym. So Frank and George, they're wrestling coaches that are MMA coaches now. And Frank comes into our camps. He's at our gym at the moment. Bounces through both gyms. So Brad went over there for a few months and trained before he started his kind of camp. So that might give him an edge, you know, being more in the gym and I guess trying to better himself in other ways.
What are the odds that Brad ever smiles? like ever in life?
It might be a Christchurch thing, or a South Island thing because it's so cold.
I remember me and Lance. It was like I need to buy boxing gloves, and then I was like, CKB's got heaps of gloves. Like I've been there before. They got heaps. So we drive there, and no one's there. We go to a random time, and like poor Brad, like we clearly interrupted a workout or something because he was just like, "What gloves do you want?" And then Lance was like, what are those ones? He was like, "I don't know, man. You're picking them. What do you want?" And then Lance looked at me and he was like, "Just those ones." And he was like, "Sweet, cheers." But it's obviously, you know, he's a great guy, but you know,
he is all business. Like
I love it.
He's like your fighter's favorite fighter because he always just comes to scrap, you know. So
yeah,
he's so technical in his stand up and like he's all rounder, like a super athlete as well. Like always in the gym, always conditioned, always like just ready to throw down. So I'm expecting him to take it to Renato. I know it's going to be a tough fight, but I feel like Brad's got the tools to put him away.
Tough fight.
So I got him by knockout.
Hui!
Yeah, I'm that confident.
Third round?
Before
Break
the
him
third
down
round.
a bit.
Yeah, before the third round, definitely. Yeah, he'll break him down, leg kicks, body kicks, and then start to find his range.
Nice.
So we'll go Frankie Edgar versus Chris Gutierrez. Sorry if I say your name wrong, bro. You're not going to watch, but anyway.
He is watching. Everyone's watching this.
You're watching, Chris.
Dana.
Sorry, brother.
Hey, Dana.
Yep, Kelda. So,
Love you, my boy.
So what do you guys reckon about this? So Frankie Edgar is 23-10-1. Chris is 18-3-2. What are we saying?
For the casuals, you know, who don't understand really the rich fighting history that Frankie Edgar comes from, what should we keep in mind and why should we care about this fight, it being Frankie's last?
Well, yeah, it's his retirement fight. So last play, he's from New Jersey, so obviously fighting in New York's close to home. But he used to be a former lightweight champion. So he's he's not much taller than me, and he used to be the champ of the guy that's champ now, Islam Makhachev. That used to be his belt.
Holy heck,
So he used to
really?
Not even cut weight, walk in, just turn up and scrap. And he used to be the champ of the lightweight. So always had respect for him just because he's never had excuses. That's why they call him the answer. He'd always turn up.
Oh, is that his nickname?
Yeah.
Mean.
And no matter what weight class, he would always turn up. But now he's fighting at bantamweight, so obviously that's more suited to his height.
Yeah.
Had a really tough fight in his last fight against that Cheetah Vera. Got knocked out by that up kick. Oh, that front tip.
That's that meme, eh?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Sucks when like fighters get meme because it's like no one can do what they do.
And it's on the internet forever.
Next minute, some IT guys memeing it for his staff colleagues now. Nothing against IT guys. Our friend Tip's an IT guy. He's great. He's handsome.
He is.
But sorry.
But that should be a good fight just because it's his last one. So either or, you know, he's a legend in the sport as well. It's like the crossing now that all those guys that I grew up watching are now all retiring. So yeah, it's pretty special when you're there to see their last kind of fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it should be a good one.
Let's hope he wins.
Yeah.
Source of prediction.
You know, Frankie has been good, but you know, maybe age is catching up on him.
Yeah.
Maybe he isn't as quick as he used to be. So I'm not expecting too much, but I'm expecting a good fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Love it.
Alrighty.
Woo!
This is going to be a
Main
fucking
card.
big one.
This is probably a fight of the night.
Bro.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
There's no way it can't be.
They're just going to
their
stand
styles.
and bang, eh?
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. There's been a bit of back and forth on social media, isn't there?
What is the back and forth? Is it?
I don't. Yeah.
Because
I don't
Chandler
know.
just seems like the most nicest human being.
I think they've just
So does Dustin, to be honest.
they both
Just trying to create hype.
try to play the nice guy, but someone's got to be the villain, right? So
true.
I guess that's how the beef kind of started. I don't know what the backstory is, but I know there is some tension there. But that's why it makes for a great fight, because stylistically similar matchup. They're both good boxers. Both come from a wrestling background, and both don't care about the damage they take. They'll just swing. So
I can't pick this,
Yeah,
eh?
it's
I'm
gonna be
going
a good
Chandler,
one.
to be honest.
oh yeah.
I don't know why.
He's a fucking freak athlete, that guy.
He's nuts.
I just want to see the backflip after he wins.
bro.
But nah, Poirier obviously he's got so much experience being the champ. You know, going in there with the best guys.
Was Poirier's last fight Connor? He didn't fought in
No,
ages.
It
no.
was Oliveira.
Yeah.
I fought on the same card.
Ah, that's right.
It's when he lost to Charles Oliveira.
That's right. Yes. Chandler's so explosive, eh? He's ridiculous.
Yeah, like he's like 0% body fat as well, and just has got cardio for days. He doesn't mind just going all out from the first round because he know he can last.
Oh, that's crazy.
But one thing I've seen in Chandler's fights, he always gets kicked with leg kicked, and that might make a difference because Dustin did it to Connor in that fight, and that made a massive difference. So that might be, I guess, the blueprint of how to beat Chandler. Just keep kicking him because he's lost by calf kicks before.
True.
So if anyone's taking a calf kick, you always
What
remember.
does it feel like?
It's like hits a nerve, and it just shuts your leg down, and it feels like when you get a dead leg, it feels like that, but in your calf, so you can't walk. So you have to go southpaw. You have to switch, or you just have to try and get it to the ground. But
What does a liver kick feel like? Nah.
Bro, drop this
Bro,
guy.
don't hurt me.
Okay.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Okay,
We'll
mate.
cut that out.
bro, can we wrap this up? I've got a job to get to.
Yeah, fuck
Not like-
Let's go.
Oh my days! Okay, I got sent away on my job, right? I didn't get fired. Stop saying that.
All right, enough about you. What is the prediction, bro?
I feel like Chandler being so aggressive might be his downfall. I feel like that he could get caught.
Get caught, yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard one because Dustin's similar. He could do that. But his boxing's probably one of the best in the UFC.
Poirier?
So yes, I back him with his boxing. So yeah, I feel like he's going to catch Chandler.
Love it.
By knockout.
Knockout?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so the women's strawweight title belt. We've got Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili.
Zhang Weili.
Weili. Sorry, Zhang Weili. Their records, Carla's is 26-0, Zhang's is 22-3-0.
Surely Zhang wins.
What are we saying, bro?
Well, Carla's last fight was probably one of the most boring fights in UFC history, and it's not from. I'm not being like sad or anything. It was
You're
really uneventful. Like they only threw like 30 strikes in a 5-round fight.
What the fuck?
I know.
What?
30 strikes. So there was
That's
more of a just a
That's 6 rounds.
sparring, like a shadow
Zhang's
box.
going to put the volume on there.
Well, Zhang actually she's been training in Thailand with the guys at Bangtan.
Oh, yeah,
She's
yeah,
been
yeah.
doing her camps there. So she's going to come in. I like her style because she's
Yeah.
reckless.
She's cool.
And it's cool to see. But women's always put on good fights, regardless of that Carla's last one. Always women come to scrap. So I'll always love watching it, especially Zhang's history when she had her fights with Joanna. They're like one of the best fights in the UFC history. So
Joanna's like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
the hematoma.
That felt wrong to watch it.
That
I
was,
was like, oh my gosh.
yeah, if it didn't. It was a fan favorite fight, but you know they're taking years off their lives doing it. So it's cool to see that
it's
kind of
different when you
excitement,
hear
eh? So I feel like Zhang's gonna get her belt back. She just knocked out Joanna with spinning back fist. Remember that? That was the rematch, and yeah, she retired Joanna with that. So she's coming in with a lot of momentum. Carla obviously being the champ, beating Rose Namajunas. Obviously a good name to take out, but Rose didn't fight the way she usually fights.
Yeah.
It was more of like a you go, I go, but no one wanted to go. So they were just looking at each other kind of thing.
Oh, it buzzes me out how that happens, eh? Cause
Yeah.
but
Well, on paper you think, okay, this should be a banger, but then sometimes it just doesn't work out like that.
all right.
What's the prediction?
We're going Zhang.
Yeah, Zhang.
Zhang.
By
Zhang for the wang.
I feel like she's gonna get the finish.
Win. Yep. Definitely.
What was that, sorry?
I was trying to rhyme it.
Zhang
didn't quite rhyme.
Cool.
Cool.
So Zhang for the win.
And now the main event from Nigeria, Israel, Adesanya, fighting out of CKB, Auckland, Tamaki Makoto. You already know that.
Alrighty. So this is an amazing, huge matchup.
That's why we're going to New York.
This is why we're going to New York.
And Carlos and Dan and
Yeah, of course.
and Brad,
Yeah,
obviously.
of course. So Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. Obviously a bit of history with these two. Alex hasn't been in the UFC as long as he has, obviously, but he's 6-1-0, and Israel Adesanya is 23-1-0.
MMA records.
MMA records. What are we saying, guys? What are we saying?
Well, obviously there's history here. Maybe about 8 years ago, or maybe even longer. I can't even go back as far. I can't remember, but yeah, they've fought each other twice before in kickboxing. Alex has won both of those matches, and he's won by knockout. So only person to ever finish Izzy's.
Yeah.
But it was kickboxing, right? And then this happened maybe 8 years ago. So look what Izzy's done since then. Look where he's been. Look who he's been beating. You know, he's taken out everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone in the middleweight division. And now he's lapping it. You know, he's fighting everyone twice, maybe 3 times. So
This might be going behind the curtain a little bit, and so obviously just be like, I don't want to say.
Yeah.
But like, for the punters and like what I see online is this kind of idea of like, well, he's beaten Izzy twice. That's going to be in Izzy's head. As a fighter, like, what does a camp do when they're preparing for someone that you've lost against? Or like, you know, does it count for anything? Do you like own that narrative and like rewire your brain? Like, how does that work?
yeah, so I did a guest speaking for the All Whites a few weeks back, and me and Izzy got asked to speak. So we got invited to their dinner before they played Australia, and it was awesome that we could talk about what are we thinking before we go into battle, how we prepare ourselves, and then listening to Izzy talk about so many different things in his career. But he brought this up. He said, well, it's funny, the universe has now presented me with this full circle, this person that I've lost before, and now I let it go then. I didn't even think about it, and now it's come back where these feelings that I used to have about it are now, you know, coming to the surface, and I've had to, I guess, confront them, and it's now, what do I do with that?
Yeah.
So he's all he said is, man, this has happened for a reason, and I'm gonna rewrite history. And it's pretty cool to hear him say this, and like just to see how he thinks, and so like I guess truthful about it all. Like I lost, but now I'm gonna go rewrite it. And that's where his head's at. He's motivated. Like he's been in the gym since my last fight. He was straight back in the gym, and he was just like, man, you motivated me in your performance. Like win or lose, I was so proud. And now I'm back in the gym because I want to put my best foot forward. And he's like, this guy ain't taking anything from me. I'm gonna make it look easy. So I love hearing that. So, yeah.
I feel like, do you feel like Izzy is the most dangerous when like these types of fights come around? Like I remember Robert Whittaker, the first one, it was like he's the guy. Paul Costa, it was kind of that like they got Izzy's card now. They got Izzy's card. Like, do you think we're gonna see Izzy be completely dominant?
Well, that's what Izzy does. Like he's so confident in himself, so he'll put it out there because he doesn't want to, look like an idiot or not back it up. So he'll put it out there, and he'll make sure he puts in so much work that he makes that come true, So that's the kind of confidence he has in himself. And, there's not many big fights left for him. So this is a massive fight, obviously biggest stage in the world, which is Madison Square Garden. And then once he gets past Alex Pereira and makes it look easy, I feel like there's only super fights left for him. Obviously the Whittaker fight can always be there, the trilogy. But then it's like he's got to fight the bigger guys like John Jones, go back up to light heavyweight, all these other names. But obviously got a big fight in front of him. But he's more than ready. Like I've been seeing the work that he's been putting in with not just our coaches but his strength coach AB, and he's looking in crazy shape. So I'm looking forward to seeing him probably take Alex Pereira down. Alex is a stand-up guy, kickboxer, so he wants to test everything, test all his skills. So should be a good one.
How does he win?
I wouldn't be surprised if he submits him.
Holy heck!
Yeah,
come on!
That'd be a great TAB thing, by the way.
I'm putting that on my.
Is he by fucking submission?
I mean, I don't gamble publicly, but well, thank you.
So yeah, we'll be there in the flesh. We'll be just enjoying the show because
I can't wait.
It's going to be massive. It feels like a CKB show, all the way across in New York, and it's like we've got all our boys on it. So
4
for 4, baby. Let's pull.
Are you gonna wear your Versace shirt in the front? Or
what's the outfit?
Dior?
Well, since we're on the podcast or on the video, making any dress shirts?
Oh shit!
Come on,
we
now.
probably should have done them, shouldn't we? No, we don't.
Next time.
There's always next year.
Next time.
But nah, I haven't got my outfit picked. Jordan, you probably have about 10 all ready to go.
Nah, bro, boom, hoodie, jeans, humble.
It's going to be cold, eh?
Yeah, not snowing though.
It's not snowing?
So we're good.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you, Kai, for your time. We appreciate it, my guy.
My guy, appreciate it, bro.
Don't give me hiding us this. Let's go to
Bye now.
UFC 281.
Boom.